view behind me, can you believe that is so close to Stewart Park? It is 300 meters. 300 meters of waterfront this park is actually built on. Stewart Park is named after Jim Stewart. Behind me stands a bear. That is one of our landmarks. Kelowna actually is grizzly bear in Aboriginal language. Underneath Stewart Park, there's a refrigeration that keeps this little place here for all us families to come down and enjoy. It keeps it refrigerated. Refrigerated. Everybody likes a refrigerator. That's where we keep our beer in our Frigidaire. But what a wonderful way to have fun with your family. We're down here at 6 o'clock in the morning, and this ice sheet has nobody on it except our lovely partner Lowell. He says he comes down here all the time and there's barely anybody here. In Kelowna, really? I know what it's like to get ice sheets in Kelowna because I play hockey. That's right, I play hockey. I didn't say I was a fighter, but I play hockey. So I would say, get out of bed, get down here now, and you gotta try this.
The name Kelowna is borrowed from the Okanagan Indian language. They, of course, were the first inhabitants of the valley. Today we have a much more diverse and larger population, and facilities like the Stewart Ice Rink really provide the opportunity for many families and children to come down to the inner core of Kelowna, the downtown park area right on the waterfront. Aside from the ice skating, there are many activities in the cultural area, and of course the food and liquor merchants provide wonderful opportunities to entertain yourself as a family and take a break from the skating. And you can be assured on the weekends or in the evenings that the ice will be busy. There's a real festive atmosphere with lots of giggling and laughing and people enjoying what Kelowna has to offer. It's a wonderful facility and one that you need to catch if you're in Kelowna in the winter. Remember, you've got to try this.
Hi there. Hey buddy, come here. This is my new buddy, my new skating partner, Lowell. Look at him. Ooh. So, how often do you come skating here?
I try to come once or twice a week in the morning.
Oh, good for you. So this is your exercise?
Exactly.
Get up and get it all done.
Better than stuck in the gym.
That's right. Now, do you see lots of people walking by this early in the morning?
A few. There's one old couple comes every morning. That's about it.
Oh, really?
A few runners, yeah.
It's cold.
It's freezing.
So, how fast is your lap?
Never timed it. If I make it around without falling down, it's not too bad.
So you break time. Now, is it busy in the mornings? No, just you?
Just me.
Really?
Always just me. You're the first one out here that I've seen.
Don't tell anybody your secret.
Another couple shows up right when I leave and they play hockey back and forth. But
oh, do they?
Yeah, they come every time I come.
Stewart Park was phase 1 of our urban development cultural district upgrade. They're moving on to phase 2 here coming in the fall, which is going to be the new marina. How could you not love this place? What a wonderful place to take the family. Affordable, fun. Come on down and go skating. Ding, ding.
Today, Angel's going to introduce us to Giovanni Loretta. He's the proprietor of a coffee shop downtown, and he's notorious for making a big deal out of a little thing, a little tiny coffee bean.
Today we're going to ask Gio how he makes his perfect blend of coffee. I checked the TripAdvisor. I think that you should too, because it tells you everything that you need to know about this amazing little Italian experience right here in Kelowna. One of the comments is, and I'm going to read it quote by quote, it says, "Take it from someone who has spent only 11 years in Italy. All the rest of the espresso you get in the valley is raw sewage as compared to the elixir at Gio Bean. It is known that Gio has actually custom-made his own blend here. I cannot wait to try it." So what did you get today?
I got a Grandio Americano.
Why do you come to Gio Beans?
Well, I come because of Gio.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's fantastic. I love the coffee. I like the warm welcome I get every time I come. And the service is always excellent.
Now, do you feel the Italian experience when you come in here?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
The European coffee is fantastic. The authentic Italian ways. I'm married to an Italian woman, so yeah, I've come to love it.
So you get a little bit of the Italian flavor here at Gio Beans. It's pretty good.
Well, it's a little bit. It's just when Gio show up, then we got a little bit of the Italian flavor. Otherwise, yeah, no, it wasn't.
How do you say you got to try this in Italian?
Devi provare questo or whatever.
Provare questo?
Yes.
Le provare questo.
This little coffee shop on Water Street has quickly become one of the most popular hangouts for locals and tourists alike. Giovanni's always willing to share a story. He'll greet you at the door and say goodbye in Italian, and you can learn the fine craft of making the most excellent coffee. You have to try this. It's the coolest coffee shop in Kelowna.
We're at the Rotary Marsh Bird Sanctuary, right by the Grand Hotel, at the end of, actually the opening of Brant's Creek. And I have a whole bunch of little quackers all around me. Here comes a quacker. I think I'm going to take him home, and I'm going to call him Quacka.
A short walk from the Giobin coffee shop is a wildlife sanctuary. Again, it's a part of the beautiful lakefront in Kelowna and gives you the opportunity to walk, stroll on a beautiful Sunday afternoon, maybe take a jog or a run with all of the fit people in Kelowna, participate in one of the great festivals that are hosted on the waterfront here. It's incredibly convenient, and many, many services and merchants line the waterfront and give you the opportunity to just have a great time in Kelowna. As we watch some of the people enjoying the recreational activities on this spring morning, Angel couldn't resist but run to her coffee at Giovanni's that was waiting for her.
Try it. Devi provato questo.
Hello, my name is Jackie, and I would like to thank You Gotta Try This for the support of our charity work. We work with our adventure advocates to provide safe drinking water to communities in Africa and to provide education to children in Central America. Why not visit our website to make a donation, knowing that 100% of all public donations go directly to projects.
Just around the corner from Giobin Coffee Shop is an amazing little restaurant, Waterfront Bistro, owned by Chef Mark Filato.
Again. I'm at Waterfront Wines with the award-winning chef Mark Filato in the Culture District of Kelowna on the edge of the waterfront. Hi, Mark.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thank you for having us here.
Glad you're here.
Well, I was hoping that you can tell us, before we actually get into what we're going to be doing today, if you can tell us a little bit about these things in behind us.
This is our Monopoly set we're working on.
The Golden Boot.
These are a couple of awards that we picked up just this past year. So the Rubber Boot was the trophy for the Salmon Showdown at the Naramata tailgate party that happened in September down in Naramata. So there was, I think, 14 other restaurants from the Okanagan battling it out for the best salmon plate, all paired with the Naramata wineries. And we came out on top.
Now this is more of a prestigious award.
Yes, this is the gold medal plate that we won in Vancouver. So this past fall, November, we came out on top against 9 other chefs, and got the chance to compete in the Canadian Culinary Championships 2 weeks ago.
You know,
so it was a lot of fun.
So I guess that's why you're an award-winning chef.
It's part of it, maybe.
You're so humble. You know what I like the fact about you, Mark, is you actually talk in the sense of we, like you have your team behind you, which is...
I'm sure sometimes I might be the face of the operation. My name's always out there, but the reality is I don't do this alone. I can't do it alone. I need really strong people behind me, with me, and we work as a team together for sure. Wayne Morris, my restaurant chef, is a phenomenal cook, and I mean, we wouldn't be here together without each other for sure.
Now, is it true, like, as far as the wine, like I'm looking at your shelf over here, now you say that you have 300? varieties that you could?
We're probably over 300 bottles on our list. Yeah.
Wow, and that's international and national.
Yes.
Now, can you tell me about some of the local places that the wineries? Are you?
Well, there's so many.
So many, yeah.
There's 200 in BC alone. I moved here in 2001, and there was 63. So, I mean, the growth of the number of wineries is huge.
I didn't know that.
It's
Wow.
it's astronomical.
Yeah.
But it's been a great growth, and there was I'd say a group of wineries that were the leaders of the industry, and some of them still are. But now, kind of what's neat is you have these small wineries that are kind of mom and pop operations who have fantastic wines, and their case production is small, their advertising budget is small, but they're great people and they have a story to tell.
Exactly.
Orofino would be a fantastic example of that. You know, they just produce phenomenal stuff. So it's we like Orofino a lot.
You gotta try this. Okay.
So the background on oysters, for us, we're pretty much the only restaurant that does a selection of oysters fresh, and we do it when the oysters are good. So the season for us generally is middle of September when the waters get cold, and we run them until, it kind of depends on the year, but I'd say April, sometimes a little longer, depends. Each year is a little different. So we have 2 to 3. Vancouver Island.
Oh,
now and then we'll
perfect.
bring in stuff from the East Coast. We just had some wild French oysters put on from France just for Valentine's Day. But there's the oyster farmers. They are an awesome group of guys called Outlandish. So we get all these oysters through Codfathers.
Oh, okay.
And this
Down
variety
on the
here,
mission.
yeah, down on the mission. So he brings them in, and we plow through them. That's
Wow.
great. So this guy is called a Black Pearl, and we tried them. Wayne and I were down for a chef's conference in Vancouver Island, and it was a new oyster for them, and we tried it. This was fantastic. And this winter they just been phenomenal.
Wow.
So now I'm going to show you how to open it. So I got my Codfathers branded clam checker that I'm using as an oyster knife. I don't recommend doing this the first time in your hand, but I'll set you up a little different.
Okay.
But this is how I open oyster. I use this as a guard. I just go in the back there and just pop it in
Pop
there.
it?
And then there's a muscle that attaches it to the top of the shell. And I just slice through there. And I'm going to take it and slice through the bottom part.
And loosen him up.
Loosen them up. And if you mangle the oyster, the trick is pop it over.
Oh, okay. Now I'm from the Maritimes, and I've seen people just do it straight from the ocean. Yeah.
That's great. They're cold, salty,
Yeah,
ready to go. You're from the Maritimes.
Welcome back. No, I know. You think I would like this stuff. I'm sorry. You go right ahead. That's yours.
All right. Well, you got to try these
1,
Black Pearls.
2.
I don't need a countdown.
Okay.
It's easy.
What do you think?
Right.
And what are you going to say?
Got to try this. That's delicious.
So, do you cook for your wife?
I cook for the family.
Do you?
I do. A great day off for me is picking out a nice bottle of wine and making a meal, and that's kind of that's a great Sunday for me.
I'm going to take a look at. Oh, now why don't you tell me about some of the actual? You're well known for your local produce, and you use a lot of different farmers and stuff in town, obviously. And now, how do you go about choosing the farmers? Is it like a seasonal thing, or do you?
It's a big combination. I mean, a lot of it is just relationship building. I moved up here in 2001 with a restaurant, opened a restaurant called Fresco, which is a different name now. And I went to the farmers market, so I established all these relationships. 3.5 years later, I opened Waterfront, and I had already all those established relationships. I could, continued buying with those people. And I think the big shift that's benefacted all the restaurants in the valley is some of the farmers are growing more storage crops. So now, for the past 2 years, we get all our potatoes here for this restaurant from one farmer for 10 months of the year. And that's
I know for myself, I love fresh vegetables. And it's the farmers market, fantastic place. Yeah, and you know, when you take that stuff home, you know, I'm sorry, but it's completely different than what you buy in a grocery store.
It is,
Yeah.
and it's different than, you know, it's nice to know the name of the person that's grown it and delivering it
Yeah.
and bringing it to you. So it creates a good relationship, and you know that carrot's been grown with love, and it's going to taste better automatically. Well, we try and, without making the menu into an encyclopedia, we try and identify the farms that we're working with and supporting. So not that they need the notoriety, but just it kind of establishes their own name out there. So other people you can look for it elsewhere, or if they go to the farmers market, you know, they'll be looking for Green Crops beets, you know, that kind of thing.
Amazing.
So.
Now, why don't you tell me a little bit about your experience here? What type of experience, atmosphere will somebody feel when they walk through your front doors?
It depends. We can have different sections in the restaurant. So if you're coming on a Tuesday night, you know, it's a different atmosphere than a Friday at 7 o'clock where the energy is higher.
Yes.
So it really depends on the nights. You know, Friday nights and Saturday nights at 7 o'clock, that's when everybody wants to come, and the place is quite busy, and it has a lovely, lively atmosphere. If you come during the week, you know, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, it's a little bit more relaxed. And we find that we get a lot of the diners tend to come out on those nights because they know there's no pressure that someone is coming at the table at 8:30, so they have to get out of there. It's a more relaxed atmosphere, and they can dine at their own leisure and their own speed.
So whether you're looking for a casual atmosphere or a fine dining experience, we can guarantee you that Waterfront Wines is where you need to go to experience it. You have got to try this.